Hi guys, so in this video I will be doing this nail design that I did on my dominant hand, and in this video I will be doing my non-dominant hand. So I took these nail forms and I just placed them on the nail before rolling them first, then placed them on. I want to get into the habit of doing nail forms because I feel it will be much easier and faster to do the nails with the nail forms. So I am practicing. So after I got them on, I will be showing you guys what I used in this video. I used the Mia Secret liquid monomer, the Mia Secret clear acrylic powder, and the Young Nails cover powder in the color Earth. This is the Mia Secret nail prep dehydrator, and I'm just dehydrating my nails. I already prepped prior to this video, so I did that all off camera for anyone who was wondering. Once I'm done dehydrating, I use the Mia Secret primer, the no acid no burn primer. So after I place that all on the nails, I will be taking a small bead of clear acrylic and putting that on my natural nail plate first, because I do not want the primer to dry off my nail before I get to the rest. So I'm just doing this as an extra step. So you just want it to be a thin layer, you don't need it to be thick or anything, just a very thin layer of the clear acrylic. So once I'm finished with that, I will be forming the nails now. So a tip that I want you guys to keep in mind when you're using forms is to tilt the nails down. So that's what I'm doing here. With my other hand, I have to learn the hard way because I get acrylic under my nails, and I mean like under the free edge, and that hurts. It can be very uncomfortable. So tuck the nails down so that the product won't run back and go underneath the form and form a nail over your natural nail, if you guys get where I'm coming from. So and that fly came in the video I think about 3 times, so please excuse it. I was outside as always. Another thing you want to avoid when you are using forms is avoid pushing it back, like pushing it up. I know you have to do that to have it flush on the natural nail plate, but start on the nail plate first so that you could blend back and then pull it going down, so that you won't have to bring the acrylic back up to the nail plate, and that will avoid the acrylic going under the nail as well. So once I am finished forming all the acrylic on the nails, I just tested them and tapped them to make sure that I hear that clink clink sound. And then I will be taking off the forms. And you want to carefully do this process because the nails are thin and you don't want to break it, because then you have to redo the whole step. Once I got all of them off, these are how they look. Not too bad. So now I will be shaping them. Now you don't want to go and do a lot of shaping, but only if your nails come out a bit wonky. But basically what I'm doing is just shaping it up a little bit to get rid of all the ragged ends and forming it into the shape that I would like. Nothing too hardcore shaping. So now I'm finished shaping them, and you can see that we have accumulated a lot of dust. So what you want to do before you do the next step is to go in with some alcohol and a dust brush and just dust it off the nail, because we don't need no dust on our nails, right? Right. All right. Okay, so the next step, I will be taking nail glue, and I will just be putting it on the tip of the nail. And I find nail glue works better than the acrylic when sticking on the plastic, because it works better. The acrylic wasn't really holding anything on. So I take the glue and I try my best with these nails on to stick this on. So you want to hold it in place for a couple seconds, and then when it is dry, we're going to move on to the next step. But before we get there, I'm just going to let you guys watch it, and I'll be back. So after I get all of the plastic on the nails, and mind you, this plastic is just some random iridescent plastic that I got from a package, so I'm just going to be using it because I thought it was beautiful, so I saved it to do it in nails. So I'm going to cut the plastic off as close to the nail as possible, and I'm going to do this obviously for all the nails. So after I did that on all the nails, I will be taking my Mia Secret 100 grit file and just basically, okay, so this one wasn't sticking properly. If you guys have that issue, just go in with some more glue and stick it on, and it should be good. So I'm going to be taking the file and filing all the edges of where the plastic is to make sure that, one, the acrylic adhere properly, and two, take off all the extra plastic. So when I'm finished with that, sometimes you may have like a bumpy tip because the plastic didn't lay properly on the nail bed. So I'm just going to be taking the file at an angle and using the edge of the file to just smooth it out. And basically that's all I'm doing. Just take the file, angle it to smooth out that part. So this is how it looks when I'm finished, and I will be taking some more alcohol and getting rid of some more dust, because as I said, we don't need no dust on our nails. So after I dust it off, I will be taking the Nails acrylic in earth, as I said before, and I will be using this as a nail bed color now to hide the harsh line where the plastic meets my actual nail bed. So in this step, the blending doesn't have to be perfect because we will be hiding it up, so you can do what you want. I would say for beginners to keep this part too very thin and encapsulate the whole nail, but in mine I wanted to create my apex with this color. When me doing this, I take my bead and put it right where the plastic meets my actual nail bed and then blend it up. And then for my second bead, I do a cuticle bead, and that's just to make sure everything is well blended at the bottom. And then I go back in with another bead to add as an extra coverage to hide up the plastic, and I do that on all 5 of my nails. So once it is finished, I just went out in natural sunlight so you guys can see how it looks. You can see like the apex, like the thumb apex is way too much to be honest. So these are the dry flowers that I'll be using and the butterflies. And what I did is I took the dry flower and put it on a palette, and I'll be starting off with the red color, and I just basically pop off some of the flowers. I don't mind if you get stems. If you don't get stems, it doesn't matter. And then I will be taking a clear layer of the acrylic and putting that right there where the blend is, and just taking up my dry flowers and putting it randomly. I did both the dry flowers and the butterflies randomly in across the nail, so you don't have to put it in the exact same space. Obviously you could do whatever you want. You don't have to do the exact same colors. You don't have to do the same color scheme in one video. You can do whatever you want and be creative. And then I will be taking the butterflies, and in this nail I use 2, in some nails I use 3, and in one nail I use 4. But you guys could do whatever you like. Wherever you see fit, you could just put your butterflies. And once I like this, I will be moving on to the next video. Show the next nail. So I'm just gonna speed along and let you guys watch that. So once I get all of that finished, I will be taking a small bead of acrylic and some glitter and just dotting it all over the nail in spaces that don't have either the flower or the butterflies. I just keep it thin and very simple. I just put it in spaces where that I feel the glitter needs to be, and I do that for both of the glitters. I didn't show me putting on the other glitter, but I did the exact same thing. And these are how they look when they're done. So beautiful so far. I will be doing my encapsulation process right here, and because I was out of frame for most of it, I just skipped this part and show you guys me doing this nail, because for the most part I was in frame for this nail. And this bead was a bit too dry, and I was like, maybe I could still work with it, but then when I start patting it, I was like, nope, I can't, so I'm gonna take it off. And then try it again. So I try to follow not polished directions and tilt my nail and work with gravity, and it worked pretty well. So when you encapsulate, just tilt your nails downward so you can work with gravity, and it will allow the acrylic to move or to just flow and go down your nails basically. So these are how they look when I'm done encapsulating, and I already could see that these nails would have looked so beautiful matte, but unfortunately I didn't have a matte top coat. So these are how the nails look after I am finished filing them. And you can see that I already had the polygel around my cuticles because I forgot to show you guys that part. So I'll be using Mother One's polygel and just placing it wherever I want my rhinestones, because I want these rhinestones to last. So that's what I do. And then I'll be going in with the top coat and just basically smoothing out where I put the polygel, because we don't want that part to be lumpy bumpy. We don't. So I took the top coat, as I said, and just smooth it out. I feel like these nails will look so beautiful matte, but they also look nice shiny as well. So I'm just gonna speed through the rhinestone part because it's nothing major. So I'm gonna be top coating the rest of the nails. For some reason here, I thought it would be a good idea to do a second top coat. I really thought, but when I said don't top coat a already top coated nail, don't do it, because it separates. It leaves like these little bubbles of separation on the nails, because you're not supposed to top coat a shiny surface, because the top coat will not adhere. And I don't know why I did this. I thought that I would get an extra glossy nail, but no, I had to end up filing it off and doing it over. So don't do a second top coat on the nails. Lesson learned. And then after I top coated the underside, because these are somewhat still of a clear nail, and before you see me guys wiping the side of the nails, that's because sometimes the base coat can be a bit thick. So that's what I did. So after curing for 60 seconds, these are the nails, and I hope you guys like them, because I really enjoyed making this set, filming this video, editing this video, and I hope you guys like it. Leave me a comment if you like these nails, because I do, as I said many times. So yeah, so these are the thumbs. They're a bit different, to be honest, but hey. So thumbs up the video if you like it, and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos, and check out my other videos. Bye.